Welcome back to Solutions for Financial Independence. Joining me now is John Halterman of Beacon Wealth Management. He's here to shed some financial light for us. John, how are you today?
I'm doing well. How about you, Sydney?
I'm doing good. I cannot complain. We have a question today from Steph of Buckhannon. She asked, I am selling a house and should profit around $30,000. I currently have $30,000 in credit card debt and have no emergency fund. Does it make sense to see if my credit card companies will do a compromise so I can put some money into my savings account? Long question.
Sure. You know, Steph, I understand that all of us from time to time will get overwhelmed with credit card debt. And because of your situation, being able to receive $30,000, I understand the idea that you want to put it in an emergency fund, because I personally always recommend at least 6 months worth of income to be in an emergency fund. But at the same time, the compromise may be a little bit hard in this situation because you're the person who created the credit card debt. And when you have cash, the credit card company is going to look and say, hey, wait a minute. We can't compromise and forgive part of your debt when you have the cash there to pay it off. And so in a perfect world, here's what I would do. I would take half the money and put it in an emergency fund because clearly we need to prepare for that rainy day. Then I would take the other half and pay down as much of your credit card debt as possible, with the idea that you're going to continue to try to pay that off. And what I would start with is I would start with the credit card debts that have the highest interest or the lowest balance, because sometimes, unfortunately, people have multiple credit cards. And so having the ability to pay off one before they go to the next is always a positive thing because it eliminates your monthly expense. But definitely try to save in that emergency fund in the future, and also try to make sure that you manage that debt as well as you can.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, John. We appreciate you sharing that bit of information with us. If you missed any of that, be sure to head over to WDTV.com and don't go anywhere. Much more news and weather after the break.